Kawhi Leonard will win MVP next season. He was an MVP finalist this year, and he's going to have an otherworldly season in order for the Spurs to hang around in the West, at least the top of it. Michael, you touched on this late in yesterday's show. Do you agree? Will he win the MVP next season?
I do agree. I do agree.
Hey.
And you know, Kawhi, just about 3 or 4 days ago, he was in Beijing talking to the reporters in China, and they were asking him about the upcoming season. And he said, look, every year I add something new to my game. Now, he would not tell those guys what the new thing was that he was adding, but he said, just watch. And I've covered Kawhi Leonard long enough to know that you just don't bet against that guy. Yeah. You don't bet against him.
It's going to be really tough for you, by the way, if they trade for Kyrie. Just saying both of those.
I know, Kyrie, Kawhi, yeah. But look, I don't know what the exact element he's going to add to his game is, but just from looking at it, just the things he's improved the first few years, I think the next evolution in his game is to become more of a facilitator, a guy that makes everybody around him better.
Well, I can tell you, I talked to Gregg Popovich about that, about Kawhi in particular. This idea that he's this finished product now because he's finishing at the top of the MVP. He is not. There are certain things he's working on to get better, and one of the things that Pops spoke about specifically is really getting into the crevices as a playmaker. He can see them, just has the confidence to get there, draw the defense, make the quick play. He's already adjusting as a playmaker, but he can even get better, sort of have that Chris Paul mentality, and that's something you can absolutely improve upon in an offseason if you just look at his track record.
But in order to be an MVP, you need help with the media narrative. You need everybody to get behind you. I don't get that sense, as great a player as Kawhi is, that he even wants to deal with that, and he wants to play that game. So I don't think he's going to get that push that a lot of guys have gotten in the past, where the media kind of says, not only have you had a great year, but this is also a great story.
I think we've evolved as voters in the media here, and I think we look at everything, and I think we sort of try to quantify his defensive presence. And I think, if he adds an element to his offensive game, everything else is still there. Very well could looking at the next MVP.